Right now, there's a decent chance you're a little bored. Maybe that's part of why you clicked on this, and a moment ago, you probably picked up your phone and started to scroll. The strange part, the more you scroll to kill that bored feeling, the bigger it gets. There's an animal that does the exact same thing, and we'll get to it. That restlessness you're trying to swipe away isn't a flaw in you, and you didn't break anything. For almost the entire history of our species, boredom wasn't a problem to solve. It was a signal you were built to obey. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what that feeling actually is, why it evolved, and why your phone is the worst possible thing to hand it. Let me start somewhere you wouldn't expect. A fur farm in Canada. In 2012, two researchers at the University of Guelph, Rebecca Meager and Georgia Mason, went after a question almost nobody had tested. Can an animal get bored? I don't mean stressed or scared. I mean that specific, restless emptiness of having nothing worth doing. They split a group of mink in two. Half got big cages full of things to climb and chew. The other half got bare boxes with nothing in them. Then they showed every mink the same set of objects, from a treat they'd love to the leather glove the handlers used to grab them. The mink in the rich cages reacted the way you'd expect. They went for the treat and kept well away from the glove. The ones in the empty boxes went for all of it, even the glove that meant getting grabbed. The researchers were careful, though. They called it a first step toward measuring boredom-like behavior in animals, not proof the mink is sitting there deep in thought. Still, the pattern is hard to miss. An animal with nothing to do will chase any scrap of stimulation it can get, even the stuff that's bad for it. Sit with that a second, because you already know where you felt it. So, what is that feeling even doing there? The best answer I've found comes from two researchers, a neuroscientist, James Danckert, and a psychologist, John Eastwood. They landed on a comparison that stuck with me. Boredom is a kind of hunger. Hunger doesn't tell you what to eat, it just makes the emptiness loud enough that you get up and find food. Boredom runs the same play. It won't tell you what to do, it just makes right now feel flat enough that you go looking for something better. It's your mind asking one blunt question: what should I do? Two other researchers, Vinant van Tilburg and Eric Igu, took it a step further. Boredom fires hardest when whatever you're doing feels meaningless, and it shoves you towards something that actually matters. But I won't oversell it. There's a more grounded side too. Psychologist Aaron Westgate has a model that keeps boredom honest. Sometimes you're bored just because a task is too hard to follow or too dull to hold onto your attention slides off, and that's the whole story. Sometimes a boring meeting is just a boring meeting. But whether it's meaning or plain attention, the point holds. Boredom is information your brain flagging that whatever you're aimed at right now isn't working. And for 300,000 years, you could do something about it. That's the part we've quietly broken. For almost all of human history, the cure for boredom lived inside the same motion of the signal. You felt the restlessness, so you moved, wandered off, or found someone to talk to. The feeling and the fix were the same move. Then we built the feed. In 2024, psychologists Katie Tam and Michael Inslicht ran 7 experiments on 1,223 people to study exactly this. They found a loop. Boredom makes you want to swipe to the next video, or skip halfway through this one. Feels like the fix, but the switching itself leaves you more bored, less satisfied, less able to focus on anything. Why? When you're constantly skipping around, your attention never lands. And landing is the one thing the boredom was trying to get you to do. So you're holding a device that answers a signal, screaming, "This isn't worth your attention," with an endless pile of things that also aren't. The itch gets scratched every few seconds. What it was actually asking for never shows up. Fleeing boredom toward more boredom, and now you can see the mink again, can't you? The one in the empty box, lunging at anything that moved, even the glove that scared it. That mink wasn't broken, its world was empty. Give it a richer cage and the frantic grabbing settles right down. The same researchers watched it happen. You're the mink. The mink had an excuse, except your cage is 6 inches tall, it glows, and it rides in your pocket everywhere you go. The feed was never going to fill that cage. It just makes an empty one feel busy enough that you stop noticing it's empty. So, one thing to carry out of here. Next time it's late and you're lying there and your thumb starts moving before you've even decided to pick the phone up and catch it, just for a second. That restlessness isn't a defect. It's a signal older than language, doing the exact job it evolved to do. It's trying to tell you that whatever's in front of you isn't worth the short, strange stretch of time you get to be alive. We just built a machine that keeps the signal ringing forever and sells it back to us as entertainment. Let me actually ask you, when's the last time you were properly bored, no phone, nothing to reach for, and what did your mind do once you finally let it? Your boredom was never the problem. It was the last honest signal you had left.